there's a very real possibility that I can be seen and heard. Is looking and sounding delicious coming in from Bucho. Bucho, literally, how do I get up out of bed in the morning without you giving me some type of audit or fact check? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Symphony. Symphony Gaming, or Symphony Entertainment Gaming and Arts, is my gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host, Bridgett Jeffries, but I am not your conductor, because we have Nik Welker onto the Symphony, streaming live to run our very, very first Pride Symphony Sonata. So let's back into that just a little bit and spend some time with it. What are Symphony Sonatas? Well, these are a proprietary form of storytelling that Symphony does, where the conductors, the GMs, the storytellers, come in and we capture most of our inspiration from the chat or the cast, and it's 60 minutes of purely improvised, shared narrative, horror storytelling. So we will be out of this stream and done. You will be watching the outro screen by 8:30 p.m. Eastern if you're watching live, or wherever you get around to it if you're watching on YouTube or the replay. So 60 minutes in and out. Chat, get your fingers ready, because once this content starts, Nik is going to be teeing up some opportunities for you guys to help share to help provide the narrative. You might be providing a geographical location. You might be providing quotes. You might be providing information about our characters. You might be providing the setting. You might be providing the entire story. So get your keyboards ready. Pay attention when Nik finally takes the reins, because he's going to start teeing up some questions, and then we're going to back into it from there. But these aren't just our regular sonatas. These are our Pride sonatas. So one, it is June 1st. Happy Pride. Happy Pride, happy Pride, happy, happy, happy Pride. This is the second year that Symphony has dedicated the entire month of June, or has celebrated multiple days in the entire month of June, to Pride Sonata. So this year, what we did is made sure that we prioritized and saved space for queer conductors. So all the conductors that you see for the entire month of June are coming up queer, and their only thing that they have to include into the sonata somehow is that it is a Pride sonata. So it has to be Pride related in some way, shape, or form. Now, we have 3 more of these coming up throughout the month. We have one tomorrow with Conductor Jesse. We have Graham Walmsley coming back, and we also have Zach, who's going to be running for the end of the month. So I'll post you a flyer on that at the end of the show so you know what's coming in. Now, with that being said, due to the fully improvised nature of this content, I can't tell you any content warning. So if at any point the content isn't for you, vacate the premises. Your safety and your comfort is far more important than you sticking around to watch a game that you don't enjoy. So by all means, if I could forward content warnings, I would, but I can't, because this is fully improvised in nature. But we will protect the cast, and we will protect each other by using 2 safety tools. We have the X card. X's can be sent via private message, or they can be done visibly directly to Nik. And we will be using the red, yellow, green traffic light method. If a safety tool is enacted, there are no questions asked. There is no judgment passed. And finally, if you like this content and you want to help us make more of it, please consider backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. All right, guys, without further ado, let us unveil this cast. Cast members, please introduce yourselves. Tell people who you are, where they can find you if you're a person that wants to be found, and some of the things that you do. And we are going to start with Skip.
Well, thank you, Bridgett. Hi, this is Skip. Go by Commodore Skip on the Discords. My pronouns are he, him, and I am very excited to be part of this sonata tonight. I'm looking forward to it. You can catch me on the Discords. I'm also a cast member over on the Old Ways, and I also do a little bit of voice work as Special Agent Garth Black on the New Dawn podcast. So kind of getting around, and kind of a sneak preview coming up on Symphony this year. I will actually be sitting in the storyteller's chair towards the end of summer, first of fall, for Hunter, the Reckoning. And I'm so excited to bring that to everybody.
Ooh. Skip, I just got chills listening to you say that. I'm so excited to watch you rock this Hunter game. And your cast is lick the plate clean. It's amazing. Excited. Oh, God, I'm excited. Perfect. Hey, everybody. It's Junie's very first time on the Symphony. So definitely give her a welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She has been haunting our chat for like the last 2 or 3 years. This is the chat golem that was nominated at the Symphony Awards for most chaotic cast member. That's her, guys. Junie, hit us, baby. Tell us who you are, where you can be found, if that's a thing, and some of the things that you do.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Junie, pronouns she, they. I am an illustrator, a comic artist, a person who does visual art stuff sometimes. Uh, Generally, you can find me at Eros Oxide. That'll be mostly on Instagram or on Blue Sky. I post a lot of my comics there. I do a lot of stuff that ranges from like lighthearted comedy to like introspective to some weird techie psychological horror stuff. Uh, I'm also a member of a artist collective known as Data Sparrow, who does a lot of work with TTRPGs, mostly theoretical sci-fi. So if you'd like to see some of the work that I'm doing with them, check out Data Sparrow. I know. I'm so excited to be here. So excited. I've been such a nerd for so long.
Oh gosh, no, I love it. This is amazing, amazing. Fantastic job with your intro, by the way.
Thank
And
you.
Nick, it's your time, baby. Tell us who you are, where people can find you, if that's the thing that you want to have happen, and what you do.
Hi, I'm Nick, pronouns he, it. You can find me just about anywhere on the internet under the Sputnik with two eyes. That'll be THESPUTNIIK because one eye was taken.
It's funny every time. Sorry.
And it just comes out smoother every single time.
Does.
I am a non-traditional portrait photographer and possible vampire. You can see my work at Distinguished Devil Studio on Instagram and Facebook. And I am thrilled to be here opening up Pride Month.
Amazing. All right, guys, let me get us collectively out of Nick's way and let him take it away. Nick, we are in your hands, baby. Let's launch this first Symphony Pride Sonata.
All right. I'm going to pitch a couple questions to chat.
Okay.
So we're looking at a Pride March. What do we think is the current season?
Ooh.
Do we think it is a summer Pride March, or are we in a city where we're all the way off in fall for whatever reason?
Ooh. Just as we're waiting for chat to chime in, I want to just see what Nick would do with a winter one. So that's going to be my vote right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Chat, if you have seasons that you want to see this particular Pride March happening in, type it into the chat and we will collect. Yeah, Bucho is saying winter could be fun too.
I'm on board for winter.
All right. Is that Aaron? Aaron is liking winter too? Okay, baby. It looks like we're doing a Pride March in winter. I wish us all the best of luck with that nonsense.
I'm here for it.
It's going to be
where
good.
do we think we are geographically?
Oh. Ooh.
What level of winter are we encountering here?
Bucho says
I love that for you, Bucho.
It's cold dog though. Valid. Oh, hey Sam. Ooh, Quebec came in strong. Alaska level cold is disrespectful. Junie, I really want to say Ohio just to be that person, but Quebec and Alaska level cold are so much better.
No, I mean, like, yeah, I totally get it. I would do like Sandusky or some like lake effect type stuff, but like,
lake effect could be some interesting shit. If we do Alaska though, or Quebec, I think you can see the northern lights from Quebec. There's some opportunities there. That could be really interesting. Yeah. Oh, all mad cats here says Maine. Maine is just where like horror stories go to like be born and die. I feel like all the terrible things happen in Florida and Maine, but Florida gets all the credit.
It's because Stephen King has a hard-on for New England.
For New England, yeah. Zoe, get out of your foot.
Among other people who do horror.
Right. Oh. All right, Nick, you got some really good one. Bucho saying, what's that place that has that crazy famous ice hotel?
Where is
Iceland, that? I think.
Is it Iceland? Is that just that basic that I missed it? Okay.
You know, the entire place of Iceland.
Of Iceland, yeah, of ice. Just Iceland. Okay, Nick, you've got
I think we're
Iceland,
going for...
Maine.
Juneau, Alaska.
Ooh, Juno.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Um, Chat, something is wrong with the snow. What is it?
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Oh god.
Oh, thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, thanks. I hate it. Yeah, that's not great. There's
Ooh.
something wrong with the snow. Oh, the snow tastes like ash.
Ooh.
Sentient snow.
Really, Sam? Did you put sentient? The snow is sentient?
Thanks, Sam.
Ooh.
Thanks.
Jesus, Sam, you don't love us the way you say you do. Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh,
It's
it's
sticky.
sticky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, I swear to God, I was gonna say it won't melt. That was literally what was in my head. It's like it's snow that won't melt. God, these
Oh,
are
it's
really good.
sticky and it won't melt. Oh.
And it tastes like ash.
But it's also sentient. What are we doing here today, guys?
This is the worst monster ever.
Wow.
God. Oh. I'm deeply concerned about sentient falling snow. Just so you know. I don't know if that's what Nick is going to choose, but I don't like it.
God, blood.
Bucho
I know what
just
I'm looking
said,
for here.
if you
You'll figure it out
scrape
when it
it,
happens.
blue fluid emerges like
Oh.
bad blood.
Oh, Nick.
Nick, you're not even going to tell us? Okay, the disrespect.
Nope, you'll figure it out when it happens.
All right, I hate it.
Ah.
Joy.
Okay. All right. Whew. All right, baby. You have any other setup questions for the chat?
I think we're good.
I don't think we are, but
I think we're fantastic, actually.
all right, let's do it.
January 2026. You have gathered in Juneau, Alaska for quite possibly the worst timed Pride March, but it was the only time that the city would let you have.
Mm.
Any other time was booked for things that, quite frankly, they cared more about. If you wanted to stand your ground to get your parade, it had to be now. All of you have helped organize the Pride March. You know the ins and outs of how it is supposed to be operating. Who goes when, what's the route. And you have gathered at the center of where it all starts as things are about to kick off. Bridgett, who are you?
My name is Monica Snow because I just feel like that's going to be nonsense today. I am an African American, let's go, lesbian that my primary function with the organization of this particular march was coordinating with sponsors, especially the restaurants and the venues and the shops and things that are on the route of our actual march. So, making sure that, they had the appropriate signage in the windows if they were participating in Pride, to make sure they had their specials, to collect donations and sponsorships. So I'm kind of that very busybody hyper woman that just goes from place to place to place doing logistics. I'm taking the phone calls. I'm organizing the emails. I'm getting the flyers. I'm making sure everything is good with legal. And I'm going to say I am a very petite, thick woman. So I feel like around that 5'4", 5'5" range, that is pear-shaped, that it has multicolored, probably rainbow dreads that have been decorated at this point that are tied up. And I am overdressed for winter. This is not home for me. I belong somewhere down south where things make sense. And when I say things make sense, I mean only the weather, because nothing else makes sense down south. But I am overdressed. So I'm definitely going to be one of those people that's probably with the number or the way I'm sprinting around and sweating and coming out of clothes and putting on clothes is going to go home with pneumonia.
Monica, what was your biggest fear putting this together?
Oh, God, I don't know what to feed you because this could all go so terribly so fast. I'll do something subtle and insidious. You made the mention that we were only able to get here in January because it's the only month that they would allow us to have. I am deeply concerned that that toleration is going to slide into a, nah, we actually didn't want them here, so let's sabotage the event. So my biggest fear is some type of deliberate sabotage of the celebration.
Delicious.
I hate it.
Junie, who are you?
Um, okay. My name is Lily Smalls, which is ironic given that my character, who is a white trans woman, probably mid 20s, is very tall. And on top of that, she dresses in a way that makes her even taller. She is in this kind of somewhere between like a J fashion Harajuku, like Decora style, and like Lolita. So head full of like hair clips, rainbow extensions, a very super colorful Lolita dress, and then those sort of raver style fuzzy arm warmers and leg warmers to give some practicality to this outfit. As far as planning goes, I'm definitely the like people person in the sense of
Mm.
I'm the communicator for people who are marching. I knew a lot of the performers and drag performers, and I invited them here. I was very much the like, come on, guys, this is an important thing type of person. And so I'm the one sending messages from, point A to point B to point C. Um, and definitely I have this like very like in the midst of this kind of bleak January weather,
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to be the optimistic, like up, 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 like we got this kind of person. Um, which matches the fact that even amongst, this crowd of people probably in rainbows, I opt for neon. I go even brighter.
Mm.
It's almost kind of garish, the contrast between me and this like wispy blank canvas of like a snowy January Alaskan city.
Great work.
Thank you. I try.
Lily, what was the worst thing someone said to you while you were organizing this?
Oh God.
Oh, that's hard. If I'm going hard,
Yeah.
imagine Lily, because Juneau's like not a huge city, still probably lives with her family, maybe extended family as well. And there have been disagreements family wise about some of this stuff. And a family member, as I was talking about how important this is, how mad I am at the city, made kind of an offhand comment that's like, I mean, can you blame them? I mean, who wants to see you like that?
Oof.
Which is
Devastating.
soul crushing. Yeah, devastating, and also fuels this like rage to be seen, but also this self consciousness of it.
Yeah.
Skip, who are you?
My name is Bill Terry. I live here in Juneau, Alaska, all my life. Um, I'm bisexual, and I am dressed today like Uncle Sam with the hat, the jacket, the t-shirt, the pants, but they're all in the bisexual flag colors instead of the
Mm.
red, white, and blue. Uh, his beard that he wears all the time anyway is has the multicolored on it as well. Bill has been in charge of the floats.
Oh, okay.
He is the mechanic. He has made sure that all the trucks that they can manage to put together that people were donating or just letting being part of it as well is
Mm-hmm.
running smoothly. He's a local mechanic anyway, so he has volunteered his time to make sure that everything on that end is going to be running fine.
Yeah.
This is the second parade he's been in here. He has traveled around when he's on vacation, and always makes sure if there is a pride parade of some sort, he is part of it. And he usually wears this outfit, um, as he's very fond of it.
And the name is Bill, right?
Bill. Mhm.
Bill Terry. Okay.
Yep.
Bill, what did you see at the parade last year that you are praying doesn't happen again?
Protesters. Very,
Mm.
very, very loud, obnoxious protesters. Now, he knows that there are going to be a few here and there. It's fine. But the group that was there last year was very vocal, more vocal than normal
Mm.
that he has seen, to the point where they were throwing things at the parade participants. Uh, and he kind of stepped in, got a little physical with a couple of them, before the police came and broke it up. Um, but he is really nervous that that's going to happen again, and louder and maybe even more physical.
Yeah.
The three of you are gathered at where the parade should be opening. Everybody who's supposed to be there is there. All of the attendees are lined up in order, and the sides of the streets are empty. Everyone is there to march, but no one is there to watch. The snow starts to fall. What wasn't already coating the ground is slowly growing deeper. But you have a time frame that you have to meet before the city tells you that you can't go. Lily, how are you getting people to actually start marching while the weather gets bad?
Um, Lily has lived her life here for a long time. She is not unaccustomed to snowstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And even more so, she's not unaccustomed to making it work despite the weather fighting you. Um, I imagine she's near the front of the parade or like near the front of the lineup, probably where they've put, very loud, visible drag performers and such. And she has got like a roll of that sandpaper tape that you see at like hardware stores, and she is just like ripping it off, like guiding people, especially people in like heels or like very non apt shoes, to be like, here, slaps it on, makes them do a couple steps and be like, we are here, we are walking, do not forget who you are, you exist no matter who sees it or not. And just doing this sort of rallying march of just like a well of energy. Be here, be queer, fight Mother Nature if you have to. We are walking.
Monica, the vendors that you had organized, in particular the ones along the parade route that had agreed to sponsor and to support, you notice that overnight they have fully boarded up their windows. What do you do?
At the point that we began to assemble at the launch point, I immediately noticed that welcome crowd, that surge of energy is completely absent. It's one of those things where even the music that we're playing just does this weird echo effect on just the snow as it falls. That silence almost feels profound in response to the music and the joy that should be happening. But conductor, I think more than feeling hollow or embarrassed or upset that these vendors have their doors boarded up and that there's no one here, either I can't metabolize that truth or I decide to go into a deeper level of my trauma and my project management, and I'm immediately going, something is wrong. I have the anticipated numbers of the people that should be gathered here today. Juneau is a small town, but we were still expecting, 1,200, 1,400, whatever the number is. I knew that was in the bag. All of these vendors are shut down. There has to be something wrong. So what's the very first thing I'm going to do? Maybe somehow in all the chaos, we missed the fact that we're getting ready to drop into a level blah, blah, blah snowstorm. So I'm going to immediately pull out my phone and I'm going to start going through weather reports. And then as I'm like pulling through weather reports, I'm also going to go through news reports. Like, did something happen? Was a bomb threat called in? Like, there has to be a reason that no one is here but us. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start running some digital reconnaissance to see if I can find a reason why we're isolated to this degree, because this is weird.
As you try to pull up some sort of weather report, you notice that not only is there not some sort of snow emergency called, but the forecast says sunny.
The weather app. I needed to update that. I'm going to go to Google and try it again.
Sunny.
Okay, I'm going to go to the next weather app and try that again.
Sunny in mid 60s.
Why is it snowing? And then I'm going to run down, and I think I'm going to grab Lily. Lily, give me the character's pronouns again. Is this she, her, right?
She, her, yep.
She, her, perfect. So I'm going to run down Lily as they're working with tape. It's like, Lily, something's weirder than just no one being here. Look at the weather forecast. I'm going to show her my phone. I'm just going to go through the tabs with multiple tabs of the weather looking 60 and sunny.
Yeah. Lily's probably just finished putting some tape again on somebody's Drag Kings thing, shoos them away and turns and is like, what's going on? You gotta calm down, it's okay. And then just looks at the tabs and she squints. She's gonna tab. Okay.
That's weird, right?
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I mean it's weird, but okay, keep in mind, girl, you're from around here, right? You're from Juneau?
Mm-mm.
How this. Okay, so and she gives a half laugh, girl, it's January. It would be weird if it wasn't snowing, right? It's the middle of winter. We're in Alaska. What's weird is what's up with this whole 60 sunny. You can't quite tell if she's if she genuinely believes this, or if she's putting on a very brave face, being this is totally normal. I'm not letting this get to me in the slightest.
No, we're not doing it. Okay, so weather aside, where are all the people, Lily? There's no one here. No one. If there were 4 or 5, I could say, okay, maybe, I don't know, something happened. But there's no one here.
Okay, yeah, that's weird, but I don't know. It's not we're in the most progressive place ever. I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe it's just this street. Maybe they're further up ahead. I mean, it's a long route, right?
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to go back to my phone and I'm going to wander off, and feel free to skip me and go somewhere else. But I'm going to move up to the very first vendor that has their doors boarded up, and I'm just going to see if there's a sign, or I'm going to knock.
Bill, would you say it's accurate to say that you're headed up the back?
Oh yeah. I'll be driving I'm going to drive the final float.
Nice.
And it's got chains. It's got a 4-wheel drive. He's prepared for this. Apps. He don't give no crap about no apps. He's been in this situation before. It's he doesn't sometimes even know what an app is. So he's just one of those guys that just does it. He just gets out and does it. So,
Bill, our seasoned Pride veteran, um, as you are in your prized float headed up the back of the march, you notice that it's quiet.
Mm.
Not just nobody's here quiet. Quiet like the wind stopped making noise. Quiet like you can't hear the float running under you.
he'll pull off his earmuffs, keep listening, tap on the steering wheel, make sure he can hear that. Can you hear that?
He can hear the tapping on the steering wheel.
Okay. Um, he'll kind of roll down the window and kind of look out and go, "Hey."
No one responds.
Oh God.
Oh,
Well, this is a pile of shit. Okay, let's he'll honk the horn like to the sound of the where he thinks the music should be, since he's listened to the practice and everything and where it should be, and try to honk and see if he can hear that.
Nope.
Okay, he'll quickly pull out the phone while still driving and text Monica and say, "I don't hear anything. Where's everybody?"
And that text does get through. And Monica, you don't see Bill.
Can you clarify that? What does that mean? I don't see Bill.
That float is gone.
Oh Jesus. Okay. So I get the text. I'm gonna respond back like, "What do you mean you can't hear anything?" And then I'm just going to like whip around and look to see that giant float that brings up the rear, and that float isn't there. And I think the very first thing I'm going to do with my hyper behind is scamper on top of like a vehicle that's pulling one of the initial floats to kind of get a overwatch view and see if I can get some visibility on that float. And then I'm going to call Bill.
It looks like there is a wall of white blocking off the back half of the parade route.
Lily? Miss Weather Expert?
Lily turns her head and she's like, "Yeah, what?"
What the hell is that? I'm going to point towards this sheet of white.
Lily turns, and her face turns about as white as the snow.
Uh-oh.
And you just see all that usual bravado and like confidence just drop. I what? What is that?
Nope. That's enough for me. I'm going to slide off the roof of this car. My bum is going to bounce off of the trunk, and I'm going to take Lily's hand. I don't know what to do, but I think we should evacuate. Maybe we should leave. Something is wrong. Something is here. I can't. Does Bill answer the phone?
Hey, Monica,
No.
the snow doesn't crunch under you. It squishes.
Ugh.
Ugh.
That thought stops, and I look down, and I slowly pick my boot up, and I step back, and a squish happens. Lily, what's happening?
Is this squish loud enough to hear?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Uh, she like looks down to Monica's shoes, probably takes a step back, and I'm imagining has the same experience with the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, and just immediately just screams, Emergency! Evacuation! Emergency! just anyone, just there's a weather emergency, and just takes Monica's hands. Just, we need to go. We need to. I don't know what's happening.
The wall of white continues to approach you.
Oh God.
Bill, that phone call does get through to you.
Hey, where is everybody?
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
hear nothing.
Bill, where are you?
Um, Back of the parade.
Can
Wow,
you
what's
see
going
to the
on?
front?
No, it's a bunch of white. I thought the snow's supposed to come down a little heavier, but I ain't seen anything like this.
Bill,
Yeah? You all right?
something is really, really wrong. And you need to get inside to some shelter as fast as you can. Stay on the phone with me, okay? But you need to get out of that vehicle and you need to find shelter now.
Okay. Let me pull over. Um, I'll pull over and kind of get out. Do I hear the squish?
You hear the squish.
What the hell? I'll look down. I know I'm not going to like it, but I'm looking down.
You'll notice that it kind of clings to the bottom of your shoes.
Nope.
Monica, this is acting like mud, but it's snow.
I know. And I can't see you. And whatever this white is getting closer to us.
Okay. Yeah, let me I'm gonna try to come to you.
I'm gonna look to Lily. He's gonna try to come. He's gonna try to come to us.
How is he gonna try and come? There's a wall between. That's what that is, right? Wait, can I see any beginning or end of this wall on either side, or is it just like the world cut?
The world cuts off. And as it approaches you, it is getting faster and faster, and the smell of sulfur washes over you.
Oh. Ugh. And she's like packing at this point. Just we don't have time. Just tell him, go the other direction. There's no way. And just she is just like at this point running with Monica's hand as tight in hers as she can. She is desperately looking to the street to see if there's like a door or an alley or something that she can sort of like slide into for barricade.
You are unable to outrun the wall of white. As it washes over you, it feels sticky.
Yeah.
It feels pervasive. It feels like it is clinging to every fiber of your being. You can see Bill again.
Small victories.
But all of the parade participants have collapsed into piles of snow.
Oh,
fuck. Hey, I'll wave. Hey, can you see me? Can you hear me?
I think there are tears running down my face as I am gripping into Lily's hand here, and my eyes are going over mounds of our friends and our loved ones and our co-celebrants, our community. And I just hold up a pause sign to Bill, and I just point down to all of this devastation around us. What's happening? What's happening?
Tanya was right there in front of me. Roy was over there. What the hell? If I put my hand like where a body would be, what does it feel like?
Nothing.
Can I push through like it's a mound of snow or?
The body that would be there has collapsed into just a pile of snow on the ground. If you are reaching in a spot where a body would typically be, there is nothing there.
Oh God.
The wind that you couldn't feel regardless goes completely still.
Okay, this has to be a dream, right? Right?
I don't know, maybe.
Told them, told them it would be safe. I told them it was a good idea. They needed to be here. I don't understand.
As the wall of white continues to move down the path and over the city, more and more of the marchers disappear.
Holy shit.
The boarded up storefronts are replaced with completely absent buildings. Nothing inside of them. No shop to have been sponsoring in the first place. Bare walls, empty floors. No boards.
I think at some point, after we've walked and walked and walked and have been met with just silence and devastation, I'm going to look at the other two. Okay, so some type of environmental anomaly? No, they couldn't do that, right? That wouldn't hurt the people. Just I don't understand why no one else was here except for the marchers. It's almost like everyone knew except for us, right? That's logical, right?
What do you mean logical? Nothing about this is logical. What? It's like it's like a horror movie.
Yeah. But why? I mean, why aren't we affected? If it was forbid, it's a government thing. It should have gotten us too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just as involved in this as they were, even more so.
Bill, you start to feel yourself sink into the ground.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Uh,
Crap. Hey, I think I'm sinking.
What?
What?
I feel like I'm. Am I standing on a? What am I? What am I standing on?
You're standing on the ground.
The ground has lost all defining details.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
Is there anything I can
Oh.
grab onto, like a like a street light, anything?
You can grab onto Monica.
I, I will. I'll grab on and Lily. I grab both. Say, hey, sorry. Hold on. Let me get my. Can I pull myself up?
You try to pull yourself up, but you notice as you are pulled up that what of you sunk isn't there anymore.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh my God. I don't have any legs. What? This has got to be a dream. Okay, somebody smack me, wake me up.
What do we see?
Yeah.
You see clumps of this squishy, snow imitating material dripping off of where Bill's legs used to be, and now end. Bill, it doesn't hurt.
If I reach down and try to touch, do I feel anything? Is there anything solid, or is it just air?
The solid ends where the snow begins.
I I imagine that the minute that Lily sees this, this is probably the most horrific thing she's ever seen.
Yeah.
And just she takes a step back and she screams, but she was covered in that sticky, filmy
Ugh.
stuff with too many layers of clothes. She can't move right. And as she screams, she slips and she falls backward.
Oh God.
Oof.
As Lily slips and falls backwards, she appears to start sinking into what would have been the pavement.
No, 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 no! And just crying and screaming and desperately reaching out a hand to the other two. Just a mess of not at all the Lily that they've known.
Am I able to grab on to a hand and a foot of these respective people simultaneously?
Yep.
As Lily is thrashing and screaming, I think I'm going to reach out and grab onto her ankle. And if I can extend myself to the furthest reach that I can, I'm going to reach out and grab into um, Bill's, like the scuff of his jacket, and just clamp down tight and try to act as an anchor point between both of these points. Maybe the one can't sink if I'm balancing them, or maybe I can hold on to both of them, or maybe I can pull them in. It's an helpless effort as tears are streaming down my face, um, because I'm terrified of what happens if I start sinking too. And what's worse, what if we're forgotten?
As you reach out and grab Lily's ankle, you feel half of an ankle.
Oh,
Oh God.
oh,
Oh God, Lily.
And the snow sludge that's dripping off starts to feel warm.
oh.
Mm.
I start screaming for help. Maybe there's someone else in this mist, this fog, this drowning white. I just start screaming at the top of my lungs for help.
It doesn't even echo.
Monica,
It
you need
sounds
to.
like it sounds like the air around you is padded.
Monica, you need to run. It ain't affected you yet. Just run.
Monica, as you look down at the hand that grabbed the ankle, you can see your hand starting to disintegrate.
I'm going to turn that moment into the periphery and I'm going to look back at Bill. I think this is where we finally stop running. And I'm just going to plop down into the snow.
It doesn't hurt. Doesn't feel bad. It doesn't even feel wrong. It feels like being tucked into bed after a long day. It feels like comfort you have been missing so dearly.
It took me a long time to know who I was and who I am. And people out there accepted me for who I always wanted to be. But I accepted myself. And if this is for me to go, at least I'm going to go who I am and how I am, and with friends who actually care about and care about me.
When I set all this up, when I told my family, one of them looked me in the eyes and they asked me, who wants to see all of that? Maybe even God didn't want to see it. And Lily lets her head sink underneath the snow.
There's always one revolving fear that I've had, and it was dying alone. I don't know what's on the other side of the snow. I think we'll be forgotten. But at least I'm not going to die alone. And I'm just going to allow the snow to fall and allow myself to sink. There's peace and surrender.
And the white washes over the whole city. And the next day, the newspapers don't even know you're gone. Juno continues uninterrupted.
Oh.
Holy shit, Nick, is that game?
It's game.
Oh, it was horrible.
God, that was so tough.
Oh, that was brutal.
Wow, Nick, that was yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to going outside and sitting in the sun.
Yeah. In nice sunny Ohio.
In nice sunny Ohio. Listen, I got another 30 minutes of sunlight left. I'm going to go sit outside and sit with my feelings on that one. What a bleak, beautiful story. And that, friends of the Symphony, is where our show ends for the night. Thank you to everyone who joined in or is currently watching a replay. You are indeed the best part of waking up, and we sincerely appreciate you. Again, if you enjoyed this content and you want to support the platform, please back us over on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. I think tiers start as low as $2. So for $24, you can throw some affection behind the Symphony for the entire year and call it a day. I almost feel like I want to talk back after this episode, but I'm just going to go sit outside in the sun because that was beautiful and bleak and horrifying. Nick, exceptional job. Guys, we hope you've enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to telling more stories again with you soon. Thank you, and have a wonderful night. Bye, guys.
Bye.